All right, I think we're live here. I think I think we're live. I'm Dr. Dave doing this live stream here on YouTube, and normally it takes a little while to get people into the room, and we hang out. And I've got some. So today, I'd say here's. I can't even talk right. I've got something I want to share with you that I don't really think I've ever shared before, and it's a little bit to do with the story that I talked about last time, like 2 or 3 nights ago. We did a live stream here on YouTube. It has a little, but it's a precursor to all that, which is, and it's weird. It's really weird, but I think I have to share this, guys. I have to share it. And thanks for those that are here right now. I see William is here, and somebody's giving me hearts over there in the chat box. I really appreciate all the energy. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna need all the energy I can get with this one, because I'm gonna have to talk about something that I'm not truly comfortable talking about. And then in a little while, after I tell the story, we will get into some microdosing stuff. And I have something about microdosing that I want to share with you that is really big, really big. But first, I gotta share this story with you guys. Got to share it. So if you're here, if you come in, say hello in the chat. I'd love to know who's here. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it takes people a little while to get in. It's very different than the live meetings we do on Patreon, by the way. That's more like a Zoom meeting. We can see everybody, and everybody gets a chance to talk. This is very different. It's just me talking, but you commenting. And if your comment is good, I usually read it, and we talk about your comment too. So, okay, here's where I want to start. I got to take a sip of water because it's going to be difficult. So I've been doing this YouTube channel on microdosing mushrooms, psychedelics for 4 years, at least 4 years now, something like that. But I've been a YouTube fan, and I've been following people on YouTube. Hey, Steve, how you doing there? So we got William here, we got Steve. Good to see you guys. Thanks for checking in. More people will show up as we go, but we start right on time. So I've got some people that I've always followed on YouTube, and there's this woman. She's got it's nothing to do with microdosing. She's got like this RV channel. It's this older woman who travels all around the country in her RV, and she shares her experiences. She seems very nice, and no problem. No, not a lot of drama. Nothing, but she shares a lot of stuff she does driving all over the country, living in her RV. And one time, it was a few years ago, one time she said something like, "It's much more difficult to do a YouTube channel than you think. You see the good parts. You see me driving around. You see me camping. You see me with my dog, things like that. But what you don't see behind the scenes is some of the hatred, some of the crazy stories I get. I get people that hate me, that send me hate mail. I get people that like try to ruin my channel. I get people that do all kinds of things and I'm thinking, like, why would anybody ever want to do that? And then she said she's actually had, and this is very bizarre, she said she's actually had death threats. Now I'm thinking, this is an innocent older woman. Older, when I say older, she's not real. She's probably 60, 50, late 50s, 60s, something like that. She's never hurt anybody. But when she said she's gotten death threats, I'm thinking, like, why? Why would anybody choose to threaten or harm or even hurt her channel? Why would anybody do that? And I just never understood why anybody would ever do that. But I've had this channel for 4 years now, and I've had my podcast, my audio podcast, and I will tell you, I've had a handful of people, not that many, knock on wood, luckily, not that many, but I've had a handful of people who have given me horrible fake reviews, said bad things about me, that they want to hurt my channel in some way. And I know there are always people out there. They're always, for some reason or another, they don't like it, and I get it. That's fine. Even though a lot of the times, somebody will put a review up that's like totally fake. I just have to laugh. That's all. But so here's the story, though. Here's what's happened more recently. There's a person who very recently has been really annoyed with me, like really annoyed. And I hate to give him attention, and probably you would say, well, just don't give him any attention. And you're right. And this will be the last time. because it's not worth it. But there's a story that comes out of it, which actually is in my favor. So it's really good. But lately, this guy's been, what he does, he comes on and he hates it when I talk about Patreon. Patreon, if you're brand new here, Patreon is my group of people. We call it our nakama, our family. And it's a paid group. It's a paid platform. And people pay a certain amount of money per month to be on that platform. And by the way, it's very, very inexpensive. And we do live meetings, anywhere from 2 to 4 live meetings a month. A lot of us know each other, and there's a consistent chat going on WhatsApp. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful family. And this person, for some reason, who, by the way, hey, Tammy, how you doing there? Good to see you. Good to see you, Tammy. This person, by the way, this is very interesting. He used to be a member of Patreon. Back in the day, he used to be a member, but he sent me a private message one time on Patreon saying something. I don't have it in front of me. I do have a screenshot saying, I love your Patreon. I love what you're doing. However, I just can't afford it, and I'm going to have to quit. And he said, it should be a lot less money. You charge way too much. Meanwhile, $12.50 a month. I mean, for what they get, I think it's really fair. But okay, that's fine. He's allowed to. But since then, since he quit, since he admitted he doesn't have the money for Patreon, he's been this opponent. And anytime I talk about my Patreon group, which, this is my platform, I am allowed to talk about it, because the more good people we have in our Patreon family, the better it is for everybody. It's not about me. He thinks I'm only in this to make money, which, by the way, if he ever knew how much money is in this, it's not a lot. It's barely enough to pay for my equipment here. Barely enough for my equipment. There's not a lot of money in it, but I do it because I love this, and I do it because I love the people that I'm surrounded with. It feels like a real family. But he feels that I'm a fraud and that I'm only doing this podcast to make money. And every time I mention Patreon, he gets really riled up and he starts sending these horrible, horrible comments, and it's unbelievable. So I did a and I know exactly who he is, and I know where he lives, and I'm not gonna dox him at all. I'm not even gonna say anything bad about him. I'm not gonna attack him personally. I don't do that kind of thing. I'm just telling a story here. So the interesting thing is, I told him that if he continues to do what he's doing, I'm going to block him from YouTube. He won't be able to comment anymore. He can still see the videos, I guess, but he won't be able to comment anymore. And I did a video. I did a live stream. Was it 2 or 3 nights ago? And I kind of told this story, not in as much depth, but I told the story. And the interesting thing is, when I told the story honestly, and another thing he hates is that when I say to people, I'm not looking for people to come into Patreon for 1 month and then quit and just get as much information as you can, then quit. That's not why I created it. I'm looking for family members. And anybody here if you're a Patreon member, you know what I'm talking about. We're a family. We're not looking for people that come in or anonymous, grab a bunch of information, watch a couple of videos, and then get out of there. That's not what we're looking for. I mean, I created this for a certain reason, for a family that's non-judgmental, a family that helps each other, a family that you can ask a question to basically almost 24/7, because somebody's almost always on the WhatsApp thread, and a family that can help you, and a family where you can share even your deepest secrets without judgment and get help. That's why I created that. So of course I'm not looking for somebody to come in for a month, watch a couple of videos, and leave. That's not what I want. Even though I would make a tiny bit of money on that, that's not what I want. I will tell people up front, that's not what we want. But he hates it. He gets riled up and almost violent. So after my last live stream, which was about 2 or 3 nights ago, he sent me this horrible, horrible, horrible email. I read the first line or two, and I saw how poison and toxic this thing was. And I just said, okay, enough is enough. I blocked him. I just blocked him. He can no longer comment or on anything, which I think is good for our community. I wanted to share this because here's what happened. His attempts to harm my channel actually backfired, because after the live stream I did a few nights ago, after that live stream, I had at least, like immediately, at least 4 to 5 brand new signups for Patreon. People heard my message. They saw what this guy's trying to do. They felt I guess my honesty, my integrity, and I guess I'm just guessing it. They said to themselves, this is somebody I want to hang around with. No, I don't want to hang around with toxic people that are, leaving bad comments and reviews. I want to hang around with somebody like David, who seems to be a pretty good guy, and his Patreon family sounds like a good thing. So it's really interesting. So after that live stream, I got 4 to 5 brand new signups for Patreon right there. Now, that wasn't the reason I did the live stream. I wasn't even thinking along those terms, but I just shared what was going on with me, because a lot of people look at me and they say, oh, this guy he's got it made. He's got this channel. He's doing this, and everything's easy. It's not always easy. No, I get crazy people after me sometimes. Now, luckily, this guy is not even in the US. He's in the UK. If he was in the US, I would actually be a little worried, because I think he's unhinged and I think he could be trouble. The fact that he's in the UK, he'd have to cross an ocean to get to me. So I'm not really all that worried. But I do get crazy people after me sometimes. And sometimes it's almost like sometimes I feel like I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity at all. But sometimes I feel like I might need protection, because some of these people are just downright crazy. But it's interesting, though, that his method to try to bring me down totally backfired. And maybe somebody brand new watching. And we got a lot of people, by the way, we got a lot of people that watch this as the replay. I know there's a handful of people watching this live right now, which is great. I appreciate you. You're the best, because you're here live with me. You're giving me the energy. But after this is all over, tonight, tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that, we get a bunch of people watching that as a replay. So I got to keep in mind there are going to be a bunch of people watching this. So again, what I did, I took the high road. I didn't attack him personally in any way. I even said, if he wants to reach out to me and be friends again, that would be great. I really, that would be the best thing. But no, he attacked me on an email, and I said, we're done. I said, you're banned from the channel. You can no longer make any comments. And if he sends me an email, I'm just going to put it in my spam folder. That's it. So that was. Let me say, PBS, how you doing there? What's going on? Good to see you, Mister. Don't worry, you can miss. You're allowed to miss some, PBS. I mean, look. I appreciate it when you show up here, so don't worry. I mean, you never have to apologize about that. I appreciate anyone that shows up live and anyone that shows up watching the replay. That's totally fine. Now, I do want to share with you something really interesting. And then I'll take a few questions if you want. I'll just, that's the way we do. We just kind of hang out here and take a few questions. But I want to share with you interesting. Now, I will say this, and this is not meant to turn into a plug for my Patreon, because I love my Patreon and I love my Patreon people, and we hang out a lot, and I don't need to always plug it. However, would we welcome some new good people that would fit into the family? 100%. So as I'm recording this, as I'm doing the live stream, it is being recorded. It's Monday afternoon here in Utah. It's like almost 4:30. On the East Coast, it's 6:30 p.m., just about. In 2 days, exactly 48 hours from now, as I'm looking at the clock, really, we're going to be doing a live meeting on Patreon. Now, a live meeting on Patreon is totally different than this. Like I said before, this is great, and I can see everybody that participates in the chat box. By the way, if you're here watching and you didn't say hello yet, say hello. I want to know who's here. And a few hearts doesn't hurt anything either. But on our live meeting, on Patreon, it's a big screen, and it's a Zoom meeting, and we can see everybody. You can be anonymous if you want. Some people choose to not activate their camera or their mic, and they're just there, and we don't see them. So that's fine too. Not everybody wants to be seen. But the difference is you can talk. It's almost like I want to say a classroom, but we all interact in real time, in real life, in real time. And you get to know people that way. And people share some incredible stories and ask some great questions. But, or I should say end Wednesday, so 48 hours from now, I'm going to be talking about something on Patreon that is brand new, and I'm super, super, super excited about this. And I'm going to share. I'm going to give a little tease for you right now. Um, and I will back up and say that a lot of people ask me on my YouTube here and on my audio podcast, Dr. Dave, where do I buy mushrooms? Where do I buy magic mushrooms? Where can I get psilocybin? Where can I get LSD? Blah 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 blah. And I have to share this again. I don't talk about that here on YouTube or on Spotify or on Apple because it's a totally open public forum, and I need to protect not only my channel, myself. I almost got shut down by YouTube a few weeks ago. I told you that story. So I need to protect everything. And I need to protect our trusted sources. I will tell you, I don't sell anything. I'm not involved in selling any type of plant medicine, but I do recommend some people, and they do it in an area that's totally legal. So again, I leave it up to you whether you're in it. I don't police anybody. I don't say you better be in a legal, it's up to you to follow the law. I don't tell anybody what to do. So we have some trusted vendors, some trusted sources on Patreon that we recommend, and sometimes they even come on and interact with our group and answer questions, and it's wonderful. It's incredible how helpful they are. They're not out to sell anything. They're not out to make sales. They're really there to teach and to help and to change lives. And I think if anybody here is with me right now that's on Patreon, you can confirm that we have incredible meetings, and there's never any pressure for anything. And even the trusted sources, like I said, they're not saying, well, you better purchase something. They're never even brought up. They're just warm people that love to help out. So the news is that I'm going to be unveiling this on Wednesday at our live meeting on Patreon. I've got another trusted source that we're going to be introducing. Now, she's not going to be able to make the live meeting. She's right now, she's very busy traveling. However, I've been in touch with her quite a bit, and it's a little bit of a different source. It's really cool. It's so, most of the time we're taking this plant medicine by ingesting ground, dried up magic mushrooms. That's an easy way to say it. You grind them up. You don't do it yourself. They do, but they're generally ground up magic mushrooms, and you consume them either in a capsule or in a chocolate bar, maybe in tea, something like that. That's very typical, very normal, and that's the way we've always done it. Let me for a second. Let's see. Truth and Clarity. That's William. Yes, our Patreon family are awesome. Very grateful, William, and we are grateful to you because you show up at every live meeting with your energy, and you're full of love. And what more can we ask? And you're helpful, and that's what the Patreon family is all about. So I appreciate that comment there, Will. Truth and Clarity. I know he's William from our Patreon, so appreciate that a lot. So this woman has it's a ministry, and I don't want to tell you too much on you. It's going to be all talked about on Patreon in 2 days, and right now less than 48 hours. But she works with instead of ground up magic mushrooms, and I think this is going to be a welcome addition to our trusted sources. She works with tinctures. I don't know her process, but she's able to get the psilocybin, and even she works with Amanita muscaria, which is a totally legal mushroom, and she's able to get it into a tincture, which you put a few drops under your tongue and let it absorb that way, and it's quicker, and also you're not dealing with any of the gastric or GI distress. Some people get nausea, some people get vomiting, some people get gastric distress from mushrooms. You're not dealing with any of that. And she was kind enough to send me some samples right before I went to Japan. So when I got back, I got these, and I've been testing them myself. And I'm going to share a lot of this on our live meeting in 2 days. But I'm going to share something that I don't want to share the one that's got psilocybin, because YouTube is very weird, and they can really come down on me and say, well, you're showing illegal drugs. I mean, even though it's a sacred plant medicine, it's a sacrament. They could. So I'm going to be very careful. So I will say this in advance. This is Amanita muscaria, which is totally legal. I think in Louisiana it might not be. but that's okay. I think it's in the rest of North America or the rest of the US, it's legal. So I want to share that it's in a little dropper bottle. And so basically what you do is take this and put it, I won't do it now, but put it under your tongue, put it on, and she says how many drops, and it works that way. And this is really exciting to me because again, I've had a lot of people that have told me that ingesting mushrooms, it just messes with their GI, it's unpredictable, doesn't work well, things like that. And I'm not saying that this is a panacea at all, but I'm saying that this is another, I guess, delivery system might be the right word, another delivery system that my followers can use to tweak and experiment, because it's not an exact science. It's not like taking a pharmaceutical where, let's say you're on Lexapro and they say take 20 milligrams once a day forever, and you got to take it at a certain time with or without food. Using this sacred medicine is very different because sometimes people have to tweak it. It works different for everybody depending on what you've got going on in your life in a certain day, whether you had a lot of sleep the night before, whether you ate the wrong food, whether you're tired, stressed, have a cold, have COVID. It works differently all the time. So it's not just, you can't just say, okay, take 150 milligrams every day and you're going to be fine. No, it's not like that. We have to work with it, tweak it, and make sure it's working for us. So that's why now we've got different things that we can work with. So if the ground up dried mushrooms are not working for someone, or somebody wants to experiment with something else, we've got tinctures now. And when I say we, I don't sell or dispense any of this. I'm not involved in that whatsoever. But we have trusted sources that do, and they help us out. So I want to share that with you. I am really, really excited. My testing with it has been great. I'm going to share everything with you on the Patreon live meeting. Again, I welcome new members to show up. The link, by the way, the link is always in the show notes here. I should have said that much earlier. It's also on my website, Microdose. What is it? Microdoseu.com. Microdose U. There's no space. Microdoseu.com. And we'd love to have you. Again, there's never any pressure, because like that guy that was giving me a really hard time, if you don't have the money, there's no disgrace in that whatsoever. And most of my content on my podcast, and all of my content on my podcast and YouTube, it's all free. So if you don't have the money for Patreon, I understand there's never pressure. And the other stuff I do is all free. But if you want to take things to another level and hang out with us, and you feel like you'd be a good fit, then it would be awesome to meet you there. It would be great. Okay, I talked, was it 23 minutes now? I've been talking nonstop. Before I leave you guys, anybody here, I've got a few people, and I appreciate every single one. Does anybody here have any comments, questions, anything you want me to answer? Ask me and I will try to answer anything. Try not to get too technical here because, again, it's only a live stream with me talking, and it's not like a discussion back and forth. But if you want to ask me anything, I'll take a pause for a second and take a glass of water, drink of water. But let me know if y'all have anything. And I know it's interesting. There's a delay between the time I talk and somebody makes a comment. So it's possible somebody might have written a comment already, but I just might not see it for, 20 seconds, something like that. So, and if you don't have any questions or comments, if I bored you to death, if you're just sleeping, that's fine too. That's okay. No questions or comments. That's a little, and I'll tell you something else. Eric, my man from Info Warrior 1, he shows up on about 80 to 90% of our live streams. He always shows up. I'm a little bit surprised he's not here, and he missed a good one. He'll probably see it on the replay. William, are you sure? I don't know if I was amazing or not. I had to tell the story. I know a lot of people would say, just totally ignore these people that are trying to bring you down, these naysayers. Just don't, it's not even worth talking about them. And they're probably right to an extent, but I wanted to share that by sharing the story the other night, it yielded some really, really good people that are brand new on Patreon. So that's a real plus. So I'm glad I did it. Yes, and William, glad, and I know you'll be there on Wednesday, and I'm going to share everything in total detail about this and more. So I'm going to have everything prepared, her website, everything prepared for you. It's going to be great. PB, oh, you're sure it's not boring? Sometimes I think if I'm talking just for 25 minutes straight, I'm thinking, wow, are people falling asleep? Are people into this really? I don't know. But I just have to, I have to do it because I'm not gonna say, okay, well, I don't think people are in. I'm gonna quit. No, I'm gonna keep talking. And I don't like, you know, I do the best I can. I share my stories from my heart. From the beginning of this podcast, when it started, I just said, like, none of this is medical advice. I'm just sharing what I learned and what I did and how it changed my life. And I never claimed to be an expert. I never claimed to know more than anyone else. I just said, I'm just a regular guy. I'm a retired dentist. I went through a lot of stuff in my life, and I'm going to share with you all what I did to get rid of this like horrible, horrible anxiety that was plaguing me. Definitely some depression, and some PTSD. I believe it was probably from my first marriage. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't even say anything bad about my ex-wife. I mean, we're actually on very good terms now. That's like the best thing that can happen. Um, but did I have some PTSD from that marriage when things started going bad? Yeah, but I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming. I'm sharing my life, and I've learned, especially through the mushrooms, always take the high road. You notice, even when I told the story about this guy that was trying to bring me down and bring my channel down and say disparaging remarks, I never attacked him personally. I never called him names. I never said he was a blank, he was a bit. No, I just told the story. This is what happened. This is how I handled it. So with mushrooms, you learn how to be kind and how to really take the high road, if you will. Okay, I really appreciate every single one of you that's here. Um, I was going to say something else before I sign off, but now I can't remember. Again, many people will be watching the replay, and I had a good time with you today. And those of you that are here from my Patreon that never really experienced these, I try to do these when I can. There's not a definite schedule. Sometimes I'll be in my studio and I'll just say, or sometimes I'll be in my car and I'll say, I'm just going to go live on YouTube. What the heck? And sometimes it'll be when I'm driving and I just tell some stories and I say I can't look at the comments because I'm driving. But then when I get to my destination, I'll spend 5, 10, 15 minutes looking through all the comments and commenting on those. So we have a lot of fun here. So even though that, it's not really the level of the Patreon, it's a fun level, and I really love doing these. Um, Steve says, thank you, Dave. I've known you for years and talked with you about things unrelated to this. I'm thankful that I found you again here. Looking forward to Wednesday. Steve, sending love, man. I mean, comments like that from William, from PBS, Tammy's here with the hearts. I mean, there's no amount of money that would make me more satisfied than hearing people that I'm helping and changing lives and being in a family with. There's no amount of money that would be more important to me than this. This is the most important thing to me. Holly is here. Wait a minute. Let's see what Holly said. Holly, there's no excuse. You're in big trouble. Well, Holly, the good news is you can watch the replay because this will be after we're finished here. And Holly, just to let you know, William's here, Steve's here, Tammy's here from Patreon. We got PBS here. We've had some other people that have come in and out that didn't really log in, so I don't know. But ADHD, yeah, you're looking at it too. You're looking at it. Tammy's really cool. She's in the Patreon. Tammy is a yoga instructor, and we have fun talking back and forth. And and Tammy, I tell Tammy a lot of times that sometimes I feel like I'm on this like weird level. It might be ADHD, it might be spectrum. I'm not really sure what it is, but I think of these weird things that probably nobody else thinks of. And like last night, sorry, did I say Tammy? I meant Holly. I said Tammy. I'm sorry, Holly. Holly, Tammy. Oh my God. See, it's me. I don't know. So I mean Holly. If I said Tammy, I mean Holly. Holly, the yoga instructor, Holly Rose. So last night I was watching a drama on Netflix, and there was this character, but the character had already died before the drama started. They were referring to this character from the past, and she was already deceased. But then somewhere in the middle of the show, they wanted to show the past. So this character came on, and we saw this person who had already died, but she came on for like, a few minutes or so. So I said to Holly, I said, well, if that's the case, like she's already dead. I know she came on for a few minutes, but do they have to pay her? Do they have to pay her as an actor or an actress because she's already dead? Does she get paid? How does it work? And of course, I know the answer, but I'm just thinking like, but I wonder if anybody thinks about stuff like that. I'm so weird. I'm so weird when it comes to just crazy stuff. So I don't know. I shared that on our WhatsApp earlier today. Probably people thought I was nuts, but that's the way my brain works in weird ways sometimes. But I'm happy with it because I can be creative. I can say things that other people don't say and not worry about any kind of like, if somebody thinks I'm crazy, that's okay, because maybe on some level, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Weird is good. Yes. So welcome to the weird society. Steve, I think it's a good weird also. And Steve has known me for decades because Steve used to follow me when I did dental seminars. And so he knows my personality. And he knows also that I am who I am. Like, in other words, this is not an act. Steve's met me in person at one or more of my dental conferences. He met me in person. And it's not an act. I mean, I am, when you see me on the screen here on the camera, or if we ever meet up live or anywhere, or we have dinner together or coffee, whatever, I'm the same person. I'm not putting on any kind of front, any kind of act. I'm just Dr. Dave, good or bad. That's who I am. And you don't have to call me Dr. Dave. You can just call me David too. I'm not even necessarily into the doctor thing, but it's just it's kind of like a cutesy little, Dr. Dave. It's a cutesy little, but I'm like the last person that cares if somebody calls me doctor or not. I don't care. That's not my identity. But, truth, good, weird, that sums it up. Guys, I love you all. I really appreciate your energy here. And again, if you've watched this or on the replay, especially because we get a lot of people watching the replay, if you watch this till the end, get a life. No, I'm kidding. If you watch this till the end and you're still here, I really hope we can meet up on our live Patreon on Wednesday. And Holly, I told everybody what it's going to be about. You missed it. So you're going to have to wait till Wednesday. Is that all right? It's going to be worth it. So don't be late on Wednesday either, because it's going to be totally worth it. And William and Steve, I think, and who else was there? It was who else? William and Steve and Tammy. They can share that with you also. They can tell you that it will be worth making sure you're there on time or early on Wednesday when we do our live. Okay. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the smile. Thanks for the love. Thanks for everything. I love you guys. And again, I do these on a semi regular basis on YouTube. So just set your notifications, and if I'm going live, hopefully you get a notification. I'll try to also let you know on the WhatsApp as well. Thanks, guys. Keaton. Hey, I appreciate that, Keaton. How you doing? You're late to the show. You're late to commenting, but better late than never. I appreciate anybody that's here hanging out. Okay. I've got to go get some dinner prepared, I think. Because it's only 4:49 Mountain Time here. Haven't eaten yet. So now would probably be a good time to get some dinner ready, and got some other stuff to do. But I will see you all. Those of you that are in Patreon, or those of you that are going to be joining, I will see you Wednesday. It's going to be, I promise you, it's going to be phenomenal. I promise you. Love you all. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for giving this a shot if you're brand new to this YouTube live stream thing. I didn't end it, did I? Oh, see, sometimes I don't know how to end a stream. Now I think I got it. I think I figured it out. It's hidden. It's always hidden. Okay, that's going to be an outtake. Oh my God.